it's all there. Like you don't have to like put in different, like discs and stuff like that. I like the kind of being up close to the screen and the kind of interactions you can have with a game, the kind of detail you can get into, the kind of zooming inniness. Like, you can't play a Company of Heroes really, or something like that, which is one of my favorite games. Or like King's Bounty, Armored Princess, a weird European game, Eastern European game I like. On a console, it just doesn't really make sense. And so I just like those types of games. I like mice, I like keyboards. I just like that experience of going back and forth between, I'm browsing on the web, I'm playing a game, I'm, doing some work. I just like that integration it has to the rest of my life.
That always cracks me up a little bit. There's that whole reputation of PC gamers being snobbier, being far pickier. But I guess they're also more perfectionist. They're more used to the idea of, and one of the things I really like about PC gamers is they're kind of much more used to the idea of games as a service, something that should go on giving to them, as opposed to just lashing out $50, $60, playing for 8 hours, trashing it, and going and spending another $50, $60.
PC gamers are different than console gamers. Mostly, I would say that a lot of them are old school hardcore guys. It's harder to be a PC gamer, and I think that there's a lot more maturity with that, really, because you have to have the PC, you have to have all of the stuff. If you're a hardcore PC guy, most likely you've made a rig before. So I think there's a maturity with PC gamers.
You have a different set of expectations. I think that the PC gamer maybe is interested in a more diverse and cerebral set of experiences than console gamers are. I think that a lot of the products that are released on consoles are very homogenized. Even in the indie market, there's a level of homogenization going on. A lot of the indie stuff for consoles, it tends to be platformers with a twist, which is great because there's a lot of those that are very good and clever. But PC gamers and PC gamers who like indie products are certainly willing to take more of a risk, try something different, and also to permit themselves, I think, to have interactions with a game that is deeper, more dense. I guess dense is the word I'm looking for. Where they have the ability to immerse themselves in something which is more difficult and requires more thinking, less action, more of an intellectual thing. For me as a developer, the difference between a PC game and a console game is really that we can have a rapid iteration and development process. On the PC, we control the space, we can get stuff to you quickly, we can get your feedback quickly, we know when we've made a mistake, we can rapidly patch, we can add new content, we have the ability to do strange and experimental things. On a console, because it's a controlled platform, we don't have that. And I think that's also one of the reasons why you do see a lot of homogenized console product, again, for both AAA stuff and indie developers.
Well, the typical answer is that PC gamers are gamers that are more sophisticated and enjoy more depth. But I actually think PC gamers today are a more diverse group than console gamers. There's just such a wide variety of PC games, if you include not only strategy games and shooters, but also casual games, free-to-play games, even Facebook-based games or browser games. So it's a very diverse group and one that you can't really categorize.
PC gamers and console gamers, there's always this debate about who is more of a gamer. I think that line is really starting to blur. I find that PC gamers are still some of the most hardcore, passionate gamers. I mean, look at events like QuakeCon, where we have people show up that compete in these deathmatch tournaments that spend, hours a day, years practicing. And again, I don't want to say that console gamers are not hardcore, because there are some very hardcore console gamers. But I think that if you really want to be a professional gamer these days, I think the PC is still the place to be.
PC gamers are way more intense, just in terms of, first of all, there's a certain badge of honor with what your system configuration is, which console gaming is a prefab setup. But with PC gamers, it's, what kind of machine do you have? Like, what's the resolution on your monitor, how fast is the computer, like how much RAM. It's like, you know, you can get all that crazy Alienware stuff. You can, you know, basically trick out your machine like a like some kind of crazy Tokyo drift car. So I think PC gamers have way more vanity about gaming than just console gamers. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I just think there's definitely more of a universe about who they are. It says more about who they are because of their system.
I think that aren't PC games more, I don't know much about PC games, but aren't they like more involved and a little longer, and so the PC gamer is like more invested in the game and is not a fly-by-night gamer, if you will, like a console gamer is, because I consider myself to be kind of a console gamer because I don't have a lot of time. But yeah, I mean, PC games are usually like cooler and, you know, like they take a long time to play and they have a lot of story and stuff, so that's my answer. I'm sticking to it.